Hey guys, Dark here again with foxdie,
Hello, everybody.
and we're playing Mortal Kombat on the Xbox 360.
The new one. Well, it's not really new anymore, but yeah, the newest
Oh,
one.
I mean, you could probably tell. Unless you've been living under a rock, you probably know what game this is. We're playing Test Your Luck, which, if you've played it before, you may know that you can only play it offline. And so, I was at foxdie's house the other day, so we decided to do a bunch of couch co-op stuff. And
We
this
should
is one of them.
kind of like, I just thought of something. We should start a new series called Couch Co-op and just play like a bunch of split screen games and bring it back.
Problem.
What?
As we mentioned in our last video in the Halo 2 commentary,
Oh,
no
yeah.
games have couch co-op anymore.
Alright, so if there are any developers watching this, bring back split screen. We want it back. But alright, but the main topic of this video is going to be the perfect fighting game. And I can comfortably say that I am much more of a fighting game fan than you are.
Yeah, just so everyone knows before we begin this, I am not a big fighting game person at all. I have little to no fighting game experience. This is like one of the few fighting games I've ever played and that I enjoy. But foxdie is much more seasoned in the fighting games than I am.
Yeah, I've played a good bunch of them. I'm not really like good at like mastering combos and stuff. I'm pretty good at like the basics of all the fighting games.
And
But
I was never really good at this game to begin with, but it's been a while. We're both out of practice in this, so
yeah, and when you play Test Your Luck, even noobs can win.
yeah, well, yeah. Don't want to spoil anything, but that may prove to be true later on.
So yeah, Game Informer recently did an article about like the elements that they would have in a perfect fighting game, and they pretty much picked like a thing or two from every main fighting game. They just combined it into one thing, and it would be an awesome game. But realistically, that probably won't happen. But I've played many of the fighting games. I've played Mortal Kombat, obviously, and of Soul Calibur, Street Fighter. I newly got into, and I'm also a fan of Virtua Fighter. The only one I can honestly say I haven't really played is like the Ultimate or Marvel versus Capcom. I've never really played this before, and I'm also not very big in Tekken. So I've definitely played the majority of fighting games, and I've also played Smash Brothers. But everybody loves Smash Brothers, so
I mean, I don't know if I would. Technically, I guess it is a fighting game, but I don't really know if I would call Smash Brothers a fighting game.
it's it's different. And the thing that honestly, I'm gonna just like start out and say that I like what Smash Brothers does with their games, with the just like the amount of content that they have, like literally everything. Like from on Brawl, they had stickers and like new levels and everything. The way they do everything on that game is really, I like it a lot. I wish that other fighting games would somehow do that, having like that much depth into a game, because like Mortal Kombat, at least this one didn't have much depth to it. Like the game itself was really fun.
I like the simplicity, but yeah, I know what you're saying. Like, it could be a little bit more in depth, but I think that's one thing that's important to me for a fighting game, at least. Like I said before, I'm not a huge fighting game fan, but when I play fighting games, I like them to be to the point. I don't really like all the stuff sprinkled on top of it, because like for me, like learning combos and moves and stuff is enough to keep me busy already.
Yeah. The thing I hate about a lot of fighting games is what they do is they just put your basic like arcade mode, and you got like your like if they even have a tag team, and then you have your online. I don't like how there's not like a substantial mode to like play by yourself like for a long time. I know that like
Yeah.
Smash Brothers kind of did that.
The challenge tower was a step in the right direction
Yeah.
on this game for that.
And Challenge Tower is good because they like mixed up the things you do. Like one battle you could have like no arms, and then the other battle you can like throw Kung Lao's hat against like 30 zombies. Like that's like steps in the right direction. And another thing that I think fighting games need to start incorporating is character creation. In Soul Calibur, if you guys have seen that, obviously that is incredibly in depth. I mean, some of the stuff you can make on that game is ridiculous. I go on YouTube and I like look at people's templates they've made, and I have like Kratos, and like Sora and Scorpion on Soul Calibur, and you go online and you fight other people, and it's really cool to see people's creations.
I never really played Soul Calibur, but just because they have the in-depth character creation, I don't think that excuses them from not including a lot of regular characters. Is there a good amount of regular characters on that game?
There is, I want to say like a little over 20, which is actually kind of smaller. I think
because like I love how Mortal Kombat has like such a wide variety of characters, and they're like all very unique. There's not really any characters that are really similar to each other, except maybe like a couple of the girls, like Jade and Katana. I guess you could say are similar. Yeah. But
Street Fighter does a good job with its roster. They have like 40 something people. But the thing I don't like about Street Fighter's characters is that they do have a lot of repetitiveness, and I think it's mainly because they don't have weapons. So everyone just uses their fists and stuff, and you can only do so many like different things with your fists. So that's where like Soul Calibur and Mortal Kombat comes in, because on Soul Calibur everybody has their own weapon. So it's like really
weapons are cool too, but like I will say for when I play a fighting game, I do like, first of all, I hate the 3D ones. I don't know if you
I don't like, I'm just gonna straight out and say the way that Mortal Kombat did their fighting is the best way you should do it. 3D environment, 2D fighting.
Yeah, I don't like when you can like circle strafe or whatever. But I think one thing Mortal Kombat needed was more like environment interaction, because like pretty much most of the environments, all it is just a background, and that's it.
Yeah.
And then like there's some environments that have an environmental fatality. That's pretty much the extent of it. I'd like to see like a expansion on like stuff that you can do depending on what map you're playing on, or else it doesn't really matter what map you're playing on.
Yeah. And also, I think they need to start doing better with online. I think just a simple one-on-one and like your like tag teams, I think they need more modes. Something King of the Hill is a good step, but I think they need to have more. I don't really know what you could do, but
speaking of the tag team, you can only play tag team either 2 people each control 2 of their own people, or you have 2 people on each Xbox playing against each other. So like me and foxdie versus 2 other people on another Xbox, but they should have like 4 people can all team up together and make 2 teams of 2. I don't understand why that wasn't included.
And what makes that gay about that is we tried playing online and there wasn't any matches, so we ended up just having to fight each other, which, you know, it's still fun, but you know, you bring people to your house thinking you're gonna find people to play online with us, and you can't even do it.
And also, my past history of fighting games was I played a lot of wrestling games. I used to be a big professional wrestling fan, and I would play like all of those. And one thing that always bugged me about the online on those games, like even I noticed it on Mortal Kombat a little bit, is that there is a slight lag which can really throw you off in fighting games.
Yeah. And every game has a problem.
I don't understand. Like, it could just be some kind of simple code that they could fix. I don't know. I'm not an expert on how that works, but I mean, it's really annoying when like you have the lag on your side of the input. Like, you know, you step and then it steps a second later or whatever. That's terrible, especially when timing is so crucial in a game like this.
One more thing I want to talk about before the video is over is I like this game has X-ray moves and like fatalities and stuff, and Street Fighter and Soul Calibur, they have like their like super moves. I like when games have like moves that like can change the battle, but I don't like it when it's too complicated for like new players to do. I like Mortal Kombat was simple, you just had to hit both of the triggers to do your X-ray. But on Street Fighter, they have things where you have to make a Z shape with the controller, like left, right, down, right, and then you got to hit like right bumper 3 times. Like, how is a new player gonna know how to do that? Like, I don't know. I just said like about 15 times right there, but I just think they should make it a little more simpler to do the ultra moves or super moves or whatever they call it.
Well, looks like we're out of time for this one, so
yeah. Thanks for listening, guys. I hope you enjoyed our video. Check out my channel. Check out Ant's channel. He has a lot of cool stuff.
Well, they probably already are checking out my channel if they're watching this video.
Well, subscribe to him. And, you know, My videos are kind of cool, you know. But
Alright, and we'll catch you next time.
later, guys.